So we went to Hue.
No way.
There's like a couple things to do there. The funniest thing is that we booked 3 nights, and everyone that we told that we were booking 3 nights, they're like, no, that's too long. Even the hotel staff, like, you stay 2 nights, right? And 3. They're like, 2? No. We're like,
2 nights.
3 nights. But we took it easy and chilled. But I think the highlight and really the main attraction of Hue as the ancient imperial capital is the Citadel.
Mm-hmm. And within the Citadel, there's only really one thing to do.
Yeah.
Dress up like Vietnamese royalty. Which we're basically already Vietnamese royalty.
Yeah.
We've been here for a little over 3 weeks. Like, you know, it was bound to happen. They love us here. So I was just like, give me the crown. Lenny, what are you getting fitted for?
Be the person I've always known I was. A queen of the Nguyen Dynasty in Vietnam. What the pink?
Does this make me look busty?
I'm feeling like a queen already.
That's the most dressed up we've gotten this whole trip.
It really is.
The finest clothes we had.
Yeah.
I want to give props to Glenn on the dressing up thing. She's really the one that saw it and was like, do you want to do this? And I was like, Glenn.
Nailed it. I nailed that regal pose. I think it just came naturally to me.
So good. I was trying to smize. Like, because my normal regal pose.
Smile with her eyes.
Yes. Look it up. Tyra Banks does it so well.
It's like, I can't do it. I just think smizing is like this.
I think I can do it.
It looks like you're trying to shit. I don't know what smizing is supposed to be. Just like Broadway, modeling was not in the cards.
Broadway was in the cards.
But the nose, I know. You had such a promising young career. Anyway, I'm really good at being regal. And the best part was that these,
She's such a royal bitch.
How long have you had that one in your back pocket?
Just right now. But we had a lot of fun with that. We saw, like, the history. We actually enjoyed what we saw historically.
We could appreciate
First,
the magnitude of it. Like, it really was a huge citadel and really impressive. And, you know, we think of citadels as being from maybe hundreds of years ago, but it ended in like 45. So it's not that long ago.
1945.
Right, 19.
Yeah, I mean, the entire time that we were at this citadel, we were like, Jack should be here.
Yeah.
Jack would really enjoy this. Jack would be looking at every single one of these placards. We saw the main attractions. But the reason why a lot of it we weren't able to see is because like 85% of the Citadel and like the Imperial City is gone because of either war or fires. But as empresses of the Imperial Citadel, we will help to rebuild.
I mean, our rooms are still okay.
Yeah, we're fine.
There was one other highlight of Hue.
Right.
And that was the first night as we were on our way to a market. Obviously, have to go check out the night market, local culture, you know, so on. So on our way to the market where there's a river, the Perfume River, it's named. A lot of people were trying to get us to go on these dragon boats and going, boat, where you from? You want boat? And I'm like, no. And then a group of people came up to us and like, where are you from? And that's, you know, of course, like what they always ask to get you hooked. And then they go, we're not trying to sell you anything. So we kind of stopped, and they told us that they're students and they come out here to practice their English and they want to talk with us.
You know, what we thought would be like just a quick conversation ended up being Glenn and I being split up, holding court, and we talked to our respective groups for about an hour or so.
First off, I'd like to say that I told them I was so impressed by what they're doing, because the first 2 years of university they learn English and then they don't learn anymore after that. And they learn, you know, basic grammar, not like conversational stuff. And so they come out here on their own and take the initiative to talk to people. So I really applaud them on that, and I told them that this trip has made me even more grateful for the fact that I speak English, that is my first language.
A lot of these students were actually close to my age. They were all medical students. You know, they were asking me a lot of questions. I finally got to ask someone my age and someone that grew up in my generation in Vietnam, like what their perspective was of America. And that was really cool for me. I asked them, you know, what they're taught in schools and how their government portrays, you know, our world or our country and our government. And that was kind of the conversation that I kind of needed to kind of put a bow on the top of things. That was really cool for me, but every now and then I felt like I wasn't really having like very like meaningful conversations, because I had like kind of a small group, and every now and then I would like kind of stop and I'd hear what Glenn was talking about. And at one point I was hearing like Glenn talking about like the Women's March, and then like Obamacare, and then carbohydrates and MSG. And I'm over here talking about like soccer.
The reason I was talking about all this, it's not because I'm like super interested in it, is that this guy, he's still pending in my Facebook friends. And he was like, can I record you? I was like, sure. So he's like up in my face like this. And he's asking me questions like, what's the difference between the education system in the United States versus the UK? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, talk to me about healthcare. And I like try to ask different people like different questions, like, you know, does anyone else have questions? And the whole carbohydrate thing came up because they were asking me what I eat. You know, very kind of, not elementary school questions, but like basic questions you ask people, like, you know, what do you eat for your meals in America? So I'd get those questions. And then the same guy, it's a good thing we were having these conversations and he was learning about cultural norms, who'd ask me about like, you know, talk to me about healthcare. He also goes, he was like, do you have a boyfriend? I was like, no. He's like, how many boyfriends have you had? And I was like, and some girl was like, I don't think you're supposed to ask that. It was a great experience. That plus dressing up and going to the Citadel was a lot of fun.